Who's talking first? Wait.
It's your run.
Okay. Hi. Hello. We don't have anything figured out. I'm Income Taxes, aka Hyperloop Tortoise. I'm gonna be running Call of Duty 4 speedrun mod, the superior version of the game, in my opinion.
Okay, let's not make some enemies.
There is
I
like
am I'm I'm Hecky, of course. I'm sure you aren't bored of me by now.
there's a good amount of differences between the speedrun mod and like the base game, where it's kind of like a mod by runners for runners type of thing, and it removes a lot of waiting on teammates at like scripted cutscene or scripted events. Really, he's getting egoed. It makes for a lot of like new routes possible. It's really just a lot of quality and life stuff. So.
There you go. Good job, man.
Mod of the year.
Thanks.
So like probably the biggest difference for everything is each level is going to be like roughly 2 to 3 minutes maximum length. So there's like an hour's worth of time difference overall throughout the entire run between the speedrun mod and the base game. And we skipped the coup. That level's just skipped entirely because it's just a cutscene.
Yeah, that's done in normal mode as well, though.
Yeah, yeah. Um.
Back in my day, it wasn't.
All right, so I guess I'll get started. Start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So this is shorter than it is in main game as well, because it removes the pop-up for inverting the controls and confirming that you don't want to do that. And also you just have to shoot less targets and wait for less dialogue. So immediately we're just out of the room and strafe jumping towards the next objective,
And strafe
which is like,
jumping is kind of like probably the biggest mechanic for saving time throughout the run in this game.
yeah.
The game runs on like a modified quick engine and it uses a lot of the kind of same mechanics.
Yeah, like the TLDR of it is essentially if you are looking in the same direction you strafe in midair, then you'll kind of gain speed until you hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you would do that from like a circle jump on the floor. So as long as you were in the air, you were pretty much gaining speed when you do it right. And you can see that reflected on the velocity meter at the bottom.
Yeah, that's another nice thing about the speedrun mod is it has a velocity meter. You can like increase your field of view to make it to like more modern stuff and not be stuck on 70. a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're looking at the speedometer and the numbers don't mean anything to you, honestly understandable, but the it's also like color coded, so
Mm-hmm.
green is like good, yellow is like better than good, and then red is like insane.
Right here, we're trying to kill everyone up on that bridge for the door to open. Sometimes it can be annoying like that.
Yeah. In full game here, you would have to wait for a helicopter to come over and start clearing out the area, but
And then you gotta wait for Price to come up and open the door.
yeah, that's like the majority of the things you skip in this, just waiting for the NPCs and all of the scripted events that don't really do anything for the experience.
Yeah. Forced waiting in video games.
So he's gonna hold off on going through this door here, kill 4 enemies. And if he kills them before he enters the room, you can hear a door open in the background, like that. And that means he can go straight to the objective and not have to kill these guys first. then it makes it a little bit more dangerous coming back out because they are just kind of everywhere. But it's all good.
And even though I'm on the easiest difficulty, enemies can still kill you in one melee. So it's very easy to actually die in this game, no matter what difficulty you're on.
Yeah. Usually you wouldn't have like full walking speed here. You would be moving like really slowly and you wouldn't have a weapon and your camera would be swaying up and down and it's really awful. So this is a very nice part
Yeah.
of the speedrun mode actually.
And something that, getting back to like the quick engine stuff that I did right there was wall running, where if you're on any wall and holding into it and forward and looking at the right angle, you'll get maximum speed.
So now we're at Blackout.
And it's the first level to really show like out of bounds stuff in the game. It's a pretty fun level, honestly, in the mod.
This is probably like the biggest difference from the main game so far. I don't think you can even do this out of bounds in the main game.
No, because there's like triggers you have to hit and stuff.
Yeah, but I think it's also just like blocked off. I don't think you can get up
like
there.
physically.
Yeah. Like usually you would be heading across the left on a cliff and doing a whole bunch of like weighted scripting events and whatever, but
Yeah.
in this version we go out of bounds and then we clear out some of those guys that we would do from the cliff on the left up there. And then these guys, and then we're good to go to the end.
That was actually very clean.
Yeah, that was really clean. I thought you had like missed the tube.
There we go, that makes up for it.
Turns out you're actually just the ghost.
Yeah, we have to take out the machine gunners from the window, and then we have to take out the snipers from the building that in the base game you normally do from the cliff above them. Oh my god.
This guy is scripted to... I'm pretty sure he's scripted to only headshot you, and that's why it's... You get donked by him pretty quickly.
If you kind of do that section awkward like I did, you can very easily die there. Because he will just stun lock you or aim lock you or whatever.
So if you've played this mission, you'll know that there's a very long intro section where you like fly in on a helicopter, which of course we skip here.
Trying to go fast.
And yeah, there's a chance that when he picked up this shotgun here, it would just have no ammo in it. Which is like the biggest troll ever, because then you go to shoot the guy and then he punches you and you die, but
yeah.
luckily we had some shots in there. You doing the bounce?
I'm gonna try it once.
Okay. So we're going to be doing an elevator here by looking in a very specific spot and then backing up and using the strafe key to move like very slightly to the right. And then we'll get stuck under the tree and hold down sprint. And then as soon as we're in a state of being able to stand and not stand, we will go.
Oh!
Ah, very close.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's like extremely difficult. And the fact that you almost got it was like... like even being close to getting it is crazy cool.
I've never hit that trick in a while. So now we're having to do the newsroom clear, which honestly is kind of the equivalent of like jetpack clear in Halo 3. The bounce would have skipped all of this.
Yeah, the bounce would put us like directly on the roof pretty much.
Yeah, the bounce kind of turns this level into like a 1 minute level.
So we just have to clear out this room, and then we'll hear a room clear dialogue from one of the NPCs, but someone is being awkward right now, hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Little troll just sat behind the desk and didn't shoot for ages.
And one of the other like RNG aspects of the run is when you shoot an enemy, like any enemy, they pretty much have a chance to go into last stand, and they can just be hidden on the ground waiting for you to walk up.
That is the end of the level. In this mod, you skip like a long cutscene at the end where they figure out that it's like not actually a news broadcast.
Yeah.
And then a guy walks up to a stereo and plays some rap music.
This cutscene in the game.
Actually, in the pre-release builds of the game, he walks up to the stereo and he plays Highway to Hell, but I guess they couldn't get the rights for that.
I didn't know that actually.
Some cool trivia. This mission is very spooky because there's so much going on so fast. You're like never really safe, so you aren't gonna get any checkpoints.
Yeah.
So if he dies there, he's gonna lose like a lot of time.
If you die, you like literally go back to the start of the level. It's very rough.
This game kinda has checkpoints similar to Halo where you'll like get them when it thinks you're safe, but it's not really the same. Like most of them are scripted checkpoints. And you'll also get one when there's like just actually no one alive in the area. It's very rare to get one where you have enemies running around, from what I've found anyway.
That was scary. Basically, I was just trying to clear that area to get the teammates to push up so I can javelin these tanks. That section is very RNG. Sometimes they push up very quickly, sometimes they don't. There's a lot of enemies running around.
It's also worth noting that the weapons have like a weight system, and that's why you see him equipping the noob tube all the time, because the M4 itself has like decreased speed value. Like it decreases your speed basically. And then when you pull out the noob tube, the weapon weight is like way lighter, so you move faster.
Yeah, like pistol, shotgun, noob tube, G3, and G1.
SMGs.
Yeah, all done. There's the melee.
Did you get a checkpoint there?
Nope.
Nope. Oh god. So yeah, that's that's exactly what we were talking about. So this is Bog.
Lovely level.
Just gonna do all of that again, pretty much.
But better.
Yeah. You'll know you're done here because the guy's like, good job. Yeah, exactly like that.
It is like the loudest part in the run, so it is actually hard to hear it. Also, one thing about the mod is they replace some of the NPC teammate names with other runner names. So it's a cool way to like just see other runners pop up in your run. Alright. Like there's Stark.
So many grenades in COD games.
There we go.
Especially when you play them on veteran, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just nade spam.
People say that World at War has it the worst on veteran, but that's actually not the case. COD 2 has it even worse. I played through that recently, and there's a screenshot I posted somewhere of like 7 nades surrounding me. Just like full circle of grenade icons around me. And you can't even sprint in that game, so it's just GG. Can't get away from them.
I actually used all my tube ammo, I didn't realize it.
Actually, I think this was the first game to have like sprint everywhere. I think COD 3 like had it in multiplayer. I don't think you can sprint in the campaign.
It's been so long since I played COD 3.
This game was just like a very huge advancement over the previous versions.
Alright.
He's shooting in front of Bryce's feet to make him stop running. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were going to mention that or not.
We didn't practice anything at all for this.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure if you were just going to run fast and leave it, so...
No.
Yeah, he gets in the way. You can't really like strafe past him otherwise. Like you can, but it's really awkward. It's better to just shoot his feet. Now we want a shotgun and an AK. AK for damage, shotgun for speed. Like movement speed.
And we alert the helicopter there to deload it. Because like it would like deloads as soon as it's alerted to you. God.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think I ever shot at it. I just kind of run.
Oh yeah, it helps. Can't remember exactly why it helps, but it helps to have it deloaded. This is another really rough clear section to go through. Heard a nade somewhere.
Oh. Like even on recruit, there's just nades everywhere.
I got stuck.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, it's not a terrible checkpoint.
I don't know where I am.
It's been flared.
We're tossing a flash over the corner of the roof here to help with these enemies. It's very Counter-Strike, Valorant-esque.
Oh, nice. Random checkpoint in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
Like it can happen, but it's very like unlikely. You should not rely on getting those.
And you can't really rely on teammates to help clear out sections either. They will just walk right by enemies.
So later on in this level, you need to blow up a helicopter with a stinger, but you can actually do it early with a grenade. If you throw it perfectly timed, you'll hear it explode. There you go. And that just means when he gets to the area with the stinger in a bit, it just won't even do that script. Just auto pass through. And the door will just open and he can leave.
And I'm waiting to walk out of this area, because once you do, you hit a trigger to load enemies. And I try to time the nades to kill them at the door.
Smart.
Yeah, you can kind of see them grouped up on the ground here.
Nice, that was really quick.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that one death, it'd be a good time.
Is there a reason you go off to the left here instead of forwards?
It's kind of quicker because you get to that corner faster. It's not too much quicker though.
So this is probably one of the biggest benefits of speed mod. This level is cut way shorter than it is in full game. It's like, what, 9 minutes in full game?
Yeah,
And it's like 1 in this.
it's
You'd probably think, why don't they just remove it completely? But a lot of this is like skill based, and you can lose time if you don't catch these cycles properly.
yeah, you're trying to kill a threshold of enemies as quickly as possible. But you gotta like time it just right. Watching people do this, like top runners, it's like very like surgical and methodical. It's very clean to see them do it. Even in the base game.
Alright, now we're at War Pig.
And
Another one that's very beneficial in the speed mod versus normal.
Let me die.
Nope, you're good.
There is another bounce here you can do, but I'm not as familiar with that one. But you do it off that car, just skip over the bus there to avoid this whole section of going around to the alleyway.
I swear that's like harder than the other one. I tried to do it for a while and I didn't even get it once.
It is, because like the bus has a weird hitbox. If
You
ever
really want to watch out for these like flaming cars.
Yeah, they will just explode and kill you. Sometimes if like you're the one to like set it on fire, you can just YOLO it, but it's really a gamble anytime to go past a car on fire. Or
It feels like they taunt you on purpose. Like
yeah,
you can look at a car, and it just feels like it always explodes when you're next to it instead of like when it should.
it's very much like a how do I have music?
This is another level that's removed a very long intro sequence where you just fly around on rails. Not fun at all. So this is a lot nicer.
I had a lot of frame issues with COD 4, and like 40 minutes ago it would crash every time I was trying to load up Charlie Doesn't Surf. So I had to like
Nice.
re-download everything and install it, and I think I forgot to disable the in-game music. So it's throwing me off a little. Oh my god.
It's possible to like get stuck here on a piece of the ground. And also it's possible to just get absolutely destroyed by the NPCs behind you.
Come on, teammates. Teammates are clutch though. So this is another weird level that some people might think, why not just remove it? But you can actually save or lose a lot of time on this little short level. Like my gold for it is 29 seconds, but it's very possible to like get 30 or 40 if you just mess up your timing for like the wall strafe. Because all you're trying to do is get away from the helicopter as quickly as possible. That's all you need to do to end the level. Yeah, I'm messing up my stripes here. You can get up to 70 on the velocity there to get away from it as quickly as possible.
This level is called Safe House because, as it suggests, you are raiding safe houses to find one guy in particular. Very early on into the game's like life, it was figured out that you could manipulate to always be like the closest one on the left here. By for some reason running up to the farm and then running back will make it always be this one down on the left. So if you go up to this bridge right here.
Bridge?
Yeah, it's a bridge.
I wouldn't call that a bridge.
Can you go under it?
Well, I don't think that's the defining factor of a bridge.
What is the defining? You know what? Never mind.
We'll argue about this later.
This is for couples therapy. We'll take it there. Dude, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so this is probably one of the most famous levels from the COD 4 campaign. But there's a very big skip that you can do at the beginning to just get out of bounds and skip it. Nice. And now we're out, and we're going to be alone for a majority of the level. Because...
Back when, go on.
I was just going to say, really, this entire level is kind of like a very scripted cutscene. Like, just a slightly interactive cutscene.
Yeah. Back when I used to run this like 10 billion years ago when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. The only way to do that we knew was like doing an elevator on that shed. It's nice to see now that it's a lot easier and you just kind of like jump at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back then it was really annoying. Because like elevators themselves are not hard, but they're pretty hard to do quickly. We're avoiding some triggers right now by jumping on top of these boxes and over them.
Got a little sketchy there.
It is possible to like touch one and spawn in all the enemies here.
Yeah. And yeah, if you fall, it's just kind of awful because we have really no checkpoint for this level because of that skip we do at the beginning. So it's another one where you can just go straight back to the beginning if you die or mess up.
Yeah, this level is pretty much the same in this version and the speedrun mod version. Sorry, and the normal version.
We're
I'm fried.
We're picking up a G3 here, mainly for the next level, because this game does have carryover, which Hecky didn't know.
I do not want to talk about it.
Really
Leave me alone.
Therapy.
Yeah, we're just heading to the end right now, and then it will just end, obviously. Yeah. Kind of what the end implies.
One annoying thing about this sniper shot is the wind is RNG, so you really just kind of have to pay attention. If you miss, just don't miss.
NA aim.
Yep.
Nothing to do with RNG. He's lying. He's coping.
There we go.
See, it went exactly the same way as it did last time.
Shut up. So now we don't have a G3 or G1 because I restarted the level. So it's a little bit rougher, but there's not too much actual combat that you have to do in the speedrun mod version of this level.
Yeah, they did reuse these levels in Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops. There was actually a lot more of the level in that, if I remember rightly. There's like more to explore out of bounds.
I think so. I haven't played those since 360. So here we're trying to kill those 4 enemies before hitting a trigger. So Macmillan is already down and we can just flash and pick him up. Because we're flashing the rest of the enemies instead of having to kill everyone and then pick them up. It's a little bit risky because they can kill you while walking away, but the flash helps you escape. So you skip combat there.
Yeah, unlike Halo, throwing a flash is actually useful because it does something to the enemy.
Yeah, it's not the biggest.
It doesn't just blind you and advantage them.
And something that we do here while carrying Macmillan is we spam AD to help increase our strafe speed while walking, while trying to utilize every wall we can for wall strafes.
Just Quake things.
Hashtag Quake. Forever in our hearts. Forever in our game code.
I don't know of any places where they document on how these mechanics work in COD, but there is a YouTube channel called Quake Explained, which go pretty much into detail on like how things work on Quake Engine and stuff like that. If you want to learn more about speed building and things like that.
Hashtag ad.
I'm not affiliated.
He gets a kickback, don't listen to him. He gets the ad revenue. And we're skipping a huge combat section at the end here. We just have the helicopter land directly, and we just have to load Macmillan onto it.
Ignore that load of bollocks. Their counterattack is imminent. Spread out and cover the southern approach. Sir?
And now we're playing the daytime version of Safe House. Same level, just daytime. And we're defending.
No way.
Oh my god. Bungie moment, we're using a level. And again, there's a certain threshold of enemies we're trying to kill here.
Yep. As soon as we see the smoke, we want to go and plant some booba traps.
Yeah, we plant claymores here. That will instantly spawn kill some enemies to meet a quota to start the next part of the level.
So you just heard that click. That was the claymore going off and killing everyone.
Yeah. And then we pick up a G3 here because it has a faster animation of popping back up after using the detonator. So it's,
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
it's like a 2-second time save overall, probably.
It's not a G3 though. It's a G36.
So it has a G3 in it.
Yeah, but so does the G3.
But I'm not wrong. I'm not right, but I'm not wrong. Look, you're my commentator, okay? Just
Sorry, you're right. I'm a guest here.
yeah, I'm never wrong.
Except that one time, but we won't talk about that.
So here we're javeling 3 of the tanks while walking towards the last one that we're leaving alive. That we're gonna RPG and then run down the hill. I'm gonna wait here for hopefully a checkpoint. Not
You don't
getting
need
one. Oh, there we go. Nice. Because it is very easy to die while going down this hill. Sometimes enemies will just hit every single shot on you, sometimes not at all, like on this run. It's very random.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was a good level.
The sins of the father.
Another memorable level.
Another thing Speedrun Mod does, which I think we haven't mentioned yet, is in the base game, a lot of sections like this will just like slow down your movement speed so you can like you can't get to where you need to be before the dialogue ends usually. And yeah, it just uncaps that in most cases.
Alright, there was some enemy left alive there. We have to kill all the enemies to begin the next section. Sometimes enemies can get in last stand or hide or do something to make it a little awkward. But now we are chasing... I don't know his name.
Zakayev's son.
Yeah.
I also don't know his name.
But basically there's nothing we have to do with him really at all in the speedrun mod version. And if you're really good at strafing, you can outpace him. You just run-
Victor.
Oop. Very easy to die in these alleyways. So I'm gonna kind of wait here for a second, get my health back.
If you are familiar with COD 4 multiplayer and you're thinking like, how is he repeating strafe jumps like this? The campaign doesn't have jump slowdown enabled.
Alright.
So in multiplayer, when you jump and you hit the ground, you stop.
That's probably the biggest elevator in the game. It's a very precise setup that, thanks to the runner Blue Target, who also ran Halo, has a very consistent setup. Saves a lot of time, saves running through the building, and trying to clear enemies and not die and get to the top. It's very nice to hit.
Bravo 6, Griggs just activated his emergency transponder. He's half a click to your southwest. Over.
Again, we're just clearing out the enemies in this section so our teammates can move up with us.
Mhm.
Luckily, they have torches so you can actually see them.
Sometimes I turn them off.
Yeah.
But once you hear the all clear there, you're good to go. And then we just noob to the ceiling here to take out the enemies upstairs.
Last stand.
Gotta love it. Rescue Griggs, and then we immediately leave him.
I did some runs of this recently and I got embarrassingly far before I realized I walked up to Griggs and didn't free him.
Never done that myself.
Okay, Team 1. We got Griggs and we're coming out building 2.
One thing I probably should have removed for the marathon but didn't think about, but it's also kind of nice that the speedrun mod has is in-game splits displayed to kind of help give you a reference for how you're doing, and it'll track your times, tell you if you got a new section PB, a new level PB. So actually very nice to have as a runner.
You want to be very, very careful of these red barrels because they
Yeah.
will just explode all the time for no reason.
Those two are nice.
Those ones
to
are
have.
actually, yeah, very
So-
beneficial.
Yeah, they help with the dogs, which you don't get the dogs every time. You only get them if like you are slow enough. So, but enemies can still shoot those barrels and kill you, so it's good to shoot them anyway.
Red barrels just like me, for real. What does that mean?
I'm just waiting to explode. Alright, here we do specific jumps to get over the fence. We hope your teammate snipes those enemies, which they don't always do.
It usually would be like blowing a hole in the wall with C4 or going through the front gate. Oh,
I went for a dumb risky jump there to save half a second, so paid the price. But done right, this is another level that's like under a minute.
Team 2, we've got your back.
see, the game wants you to javelin these as well, but C4 is just way too overpowered,
Yeah,
and there's no point in getting a javelin.
and if you're fast enough, you can add. You can actually blow up that tank by shooting those red barrels as it drives by. Fucking
Again,
internet.
here you would be like waiting for a very long time, but because it's a speedrun mod, just gonna go straight on down.
Yeah.
And this is also really nice because in the base game you would be following Price through here, and he walks really slow.
This level's probably one of the biggest like run killers, because It's a lot of small areas and a lot of enemy spam. So it's very easy to just die from a melee or just get stuck. Just get, yeah, like that. And it's really bad with checkpoints too. So a lot of deaths just send you back to the beginning. Oh, why'd I reload there?
It's not too bad if you want to go like slow and spam noob tubes and flash grenades, but
It's a speed run.
yeah, exactly. Like, nice. This guy has fists of steel. We did mention at the start, like you can die in one hit. It's very, very common.
Yeah. Price just doesn't help at all in this room. He will just stand in the middle of enemies and do nothing.
Now you got a checkpoint.
Yeah, should have taken my time the first time.
It's just like Halo for real.
And we want to make sure we kill every enemy on the way to killing that guy to get a shotgun.
I saw that guy there and I was thinking maybe he'll just like walk away. So sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want this guy's shotgun though.
And that
This
was
is
one
really
of the
good for
times
clearing out.
where we picked it up and it had only one shot in it.
Yeah.
And once we reach a certain section or threshold there, all the enemies in the rest of the level just die. So the name of the game there is just to get to that area.
This is also really nice because you would usually be like stuck behind the door waiting.
Someone's
It's
alive.
clear. Oh.
Someone was in
Oh.
last stand. I don't think we've mentioned it, but you can skip like a reload animation by sprinting after you see the bullets fully load. So I've been doing that throughout the run.
You can either sprint or tap switch weapon twice.
Yeah.
Because the reload animation is different from the timer to fill the magazine. On G3 it's like really noticeable and it's pretty much done like halfway through the animation already.
Here we're just trying to hopefully noob tube everyone. Someone's alive in last stand. It's dangerous to go back there actually because they can just be holding a grenade. Yeah.
Nice. The big change in this level in speedrun mode is you don't have to do the whole section like auto-scrolling in the back of the car, so you're just immediately at the end now.
Oh yeah. Again, turns it into like a under 1 minute level. It's very, very nice.
What we want to do now is just kill enough people.
Okay.
You took your spot.
We grenade these jeeps to kill these enemies.
That guy is half clipped into the ground. You see that?
I do.
Grenade. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh no.
I thought that wasn't gonna go up. That's time, by the way.
Yeah, that's time.
That was like a really long black screen. I thought you'd broke it or something.
I thought I died during it. Uh, so yeah, no, it's a really fun run. It's a really comfy time. All the levels are, it takes a while to get used to them, but it's very easy to get around an hour and then under an hour. It doesn't really start becoming kind of optimized until like you're into the mid 30s. I recommend it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Heki.
No problem.